those novels, taking what you read in the Bible, Greek cathedrals, and putting it in 3D.
This is what it looks like.
It will absolutely blow your mind.
It's almost something you can't tell about. You have to come and experience it.
Nothing matches like being in Israel.
Yeah, but you see, the Virgin Mary didn't go to the Holy Land. According to y'all, she went to frickin' Ivory Coast. So why would they call that the Holy Land? You can see the sun showing. Look, okay, listen to this. This is what they're gonna try to tell you now, that this is Jesus up on the cross. I already know. I already know. We know what that is. We've already saw that in my video a million times. In my camera a million times. That's the sunlight having an interaction with the earth. That's exactly what it is. I'm telling you guys, we all better wake up. It's really time. It's time to wake up. Look at the UFO. See it? Look at it. See, they showing you this ain't got nothing to do with no Virgin Mary. You see? Do you see what I mean? Look at all that. See it all? Do you see what's going on? Look at the spiral. Let's go get at the spiral. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hotel. So you remember I told you guys that my friend Quasar, that's on the laser on the moon, his real name is Quetzalcoatl. Listen what this guy says.
Que fue captado por la familia Siliesar el 24 de julio y que se constituye como una evidencia extraordinaria de que muy probablemente las antiguas civilizaciones pudieron estar en contacto, de que muy probablemente las antiguas civilizaciones constituye como una evidencia extraordinaria.
That's the light we just saw, the purple light that we just saw in the last segment. That's what that is. How about this? Huh? Now see, that's that same cosmic vagina that I'm telling you about. This is what they're demonstrating all over the planet. From the nothing comes the absolute, and to the nothing shall the absolute return. Now this is what it's saying. It's saying this waterfall right here, as you can see, has all these spirals in it. Okay, you see all the spirals? Now this thing just popped up here. Okay, this is how incredible these people are. They're saying to you, don't you see that I have the technology necessary to build this planet? This is what they're saying. Look, let me show you something. They're doing this stuff just to have a communication with us and show us just how wise they are. Now we got military and everything on this planet that can't stop these people from coming in, building this shit. I mean, this just pop up out of nowhere, okay? And then it's a vortex that go through. Okay, let me tell you how they do this. Because they push those worm-looking vaginas that we saw in the other segment, those long tubes. They push those things through space in all forms of matter. They can push them through the earth and make these holes right here. They can make, you know what, they are so wise that they can make this water go through this hole and resupply itself back in another part of this lake. That's how wise they are. They're doing all this stuff just to communicate with us. And what they're saying is this. They're saying, listen, you guys have let these people make some freaking idiots out of you. All this stuff that we're doing right here to show you the advancement that is available on the earth is only to point out to you that you need to start educating yourselves more so you will not be in this stupid lockdown that you're in where you foolishly just perpetuate the ritualization of holiday worships. That's what a holiday celebration is. It's just a holiday worship where you give all your money to the controllers and eat and get sick and do all kind of stupid stuff other than having days that you unite as communities and build gardens together and do stuff that the sun is trying its best to give you information to start doing so you don't have to be a slave the rest of your life. From the nothing comes to the absolute. Another spiral that I always tell you is a representation of cosmic vagina. Now listen, the sun has all the planets locked into it where they stay, and electromagnetism keeps everything on their own barrier forever. Forever and ever and ever is how long it's supposed to exist, because even the eradication of a planet is the creation of new life, because that planet will break into fragments of living entities that can go out and grow and take information of the big planet. Even in the small size, that information will still be available for anything that coagulates to it. So this is how life and knowledge is transferred through our universe. These people come here, build things like this with nobody seeing them do it. And then the water goes into this hole forever without the lake depleting itself. Now, some lakes have been depleted. Why, I don't know. But I don't know what the case is with this one because it's in Spanish and I can't really read it. See? If I try to read it, I would say, big hole. That's it. Aqua and hole, I guess. That'd be about it. I'm limited on that. But I think water is aqua, right? I think. Anyways, time to move on. Peace and blessings. But I'm just saying, think about that. Somebody come here. You can see the spirals in there. You see them? You see how they didn't just make a hole. They made spirals that spiral into a funnel. It's almost like the water going down a drain. That was to represent, to try to throw in the same synonymous representation of how are our planets. You see how each spiral has a trajectory path, and they all spiral and get smaller. When they get all the way to the bottom, it's going to be a tiny little hole, like that tiny female uterus. That's what they're trying to show you. But behind that female uterus is a bigger ring, and a bigger ring, and a bigger ring, and they keep getting bigger. So what they're saying is that this planet Earth is small as hell. There is probably a trillion, billion, quadrillion planets throughout our whole existence that's even smaller than the Earth. So imagine how many there has to be out there like the Earth that's bigger than the Earth. So we can't be limited to the Virgin Mary. Okay? That's bullshit. It's stupid. I mean, come on, grow up. Alright? Let's stop with the foolishness. Let's stop letting people make idiots out of us. Alright? I mean, we should. Let's take a look at this since we're on water. And even that thing spirals.
We all are pretty much obsessed with zombies and the Walking Dead show.
Well, I'm not.
So when it came down to us having nothing to do, we just walked around the store and thought of weapons that we could make to kill zombies.
Okay, I'm not going to waste my time on that. I just wanted to see what he was going to say because he looked interesting. So he said they didn't have nothing to do, so they decided to come up with a way to make weapons to kill zombies. Okay, I feel you on that. See, that's the reason why they sold them the Virgin Mary, so they could make weapons to defend themselves against the zombies that they sold them. Also, look at this, in the water. See, the same thing. What's above is below. As above, so below. That's what it is. Or either we got somebody here seriously stealing our water. I don't doubt that someone is stealing our water. Don't get me wrong. I don't. But I don't believe that someone is going to go through the trouble to make that elaborate concrete spiral formation that got made there. The only thing that can do that is sunlight. You know, because that's like speaking that into manifestation. We didn't get nobody go out there with no instruments and trials and everything and build that. Someone spoke that into manifestation. I mean, common sense would tell you that. Someone spoke it and it happened. Okay? We know that. Happy 4th of July in advance. Okay, hotel. So now this is outside where I said tap around my art. I'm sure you all know that, right? Anyway, yeah. Even though my new page says Asa Sarah, that is because I had some complications and I had my other path interrupted. I thought I'd be able to reestablish it connection, but I was failed at every attempt. So I had to just, it was easier to get a new page. That other page had got so large with all those videos and it was hard to navigate through it anyway. So this might work out. As again, my name is Asara Seteparaba'at, but it's also Asasara. So it's all good. I found some more stuff pertaining to the cosmic vaginas. They're popping up everywhere to let you know that we do not like, see what this is doing with the water going back into the hole, like they saying when we see stuff coming from the sun, from nothing comes the absolute. What the water going into the hole is saying, to the nothing must the absolute return also. So it's letting all you guys know out there that you better straighten your ass up. That's what it's saying.
Aquí estamos viendo el hoyo negro de Puerto Rico. Jamás visto por el público puertorriqueño.
See, this is the stuff on our earth that they never told us about. See? But look at this here. Let me show you something. Look at that. You know what that is. See, I was telling you guys, you Spanish people, with your connection, your true connection to the universe comes from back to the building of these structures when you were a melanated race of people that had no pollution in your blood. What I mean by that, I don't mean that to say that you are polluted or anything, but what I mean is the knowledge of yourself has been polluted when the white man came and murdered all the men and raped the women and put his seed into your blackness. See, let me show you something. Now, these people right here call themselves Puerto Ricans, right? Okay, now look, I'm going to point something out to you. He looks like a Mexican to me. I don't care what nobody says. He looks just like a Mexican. Now I'm going to tell you what he has unique with his composition that the Mexicans have unique with their composition. They were all victimized by the invading white men. See, this guy, if he didn't speak Puerto Rican and he spoke English, you couldn't tell me that was not a young black guy. But the world has been so destroyed with this brainwashing of who's who and who's privileged and who's not, that they would tell you, no, I'm not black. A lot of them would say that. And it's like, but you are. Same thing with the Mexicans. And you guys know it. But see, we got this shit on our earth right now because of that problem. Because we let someone divide us so much, and it's so much hatred and so much stagnation of knowledge because of that, that these things is coming around to show you, you see how fucking stupid you are? We got stuff like this on here and you don't have a clue about it. And then you drive your boat